To inform you that I'm going to have to take over for Kage for just a little bit. His afternoon wine was a little late, and his morning wine was a little late. The bottle I sent him ran a little late. Tora sent him a bottle of wine, it ran a little late, and there's a lot of bottles of empty wine in this room, but no Kage. So once we find him, he's going to be here post-haste. And if not him, there'll be 4 bottles of wine on the stage, and we're pretty sure that you guys are going to be okay with that. No one's going to really notice. So, until then, unfortunately, I am your idiot holding the microphone. This is your fault. Oh, don't sit for that. I want to thank a few of you for last night for going to the improv panel, or is now called the Roast of Alkali. Oh, you're good friends.
We love you.
And I love all of you, which is what makes it so hard to say this, you jackasses. One of you in particular, because you see, when we plan for the improv show, we do a little bit of prep work. No matter how improvised it is, you have to be ready to go up on stage. I have contingencies for if one of you pisses me off. I have contingencies if one of you pisses the con staff off. That involves a knife, gun, small firearm. Nothing fancy. But I didn't have a contingency if my co-host decided to allow one more topic. You know what I mean? Jackass. You see, for those of you who weren't there, we played a wonderful game. This game is called World's Worst, or Scenes from a Hat, and the final topic that went in is, what is Alkali thinking now? And that was just me getting angry for about 45 minutes. So, you have to understand my co-host is a very good friend of mine. I like to stay, hang out with my friends. Hopefully you all do too. If not, seriously, try it. Seriously. Get out of your basement. But, I digress. You see, he's hung out with me enough that I know things, I know secrets. I, in fact, know about the time that we all went on a little trip. Because you see, when I hang out with my friends, I have a lot of friends that are not interested in coming to FurCons, because then they'd have to see me wearing a top hat, and they already laugh enough at me as it is. And when I took him to one of these, my friend John came. Now, John is a non-fur, a large non-fur. A large, Irish, drunken, drinking, currently, he just texted me, non-fur. And John is angry. The only way to describe John is to say that he is angry because he is not holding a beer currently. He was holding a beer currently, and that's why he's angry. There's no better way to describe it. Because one night, Swan pissed John off. See, my co-host had decided that our drinking contest that night should be a grand old affair. He poured himself what only can be described as paint thinner with paint in it. For flavor. Now John, knowing that he's an angry person, now knowing that he is hanging out with a larger group of friends, he's hanging out with my friends, his friends, he doesn't want to get drunk. That would be a bad idea. He had himself a nice beer, and of course Swan said to this, "Hey, pussy. A beer?" For those of you who don't drink, there's a few different style of glasses. There's shot glasses, rock tumblers, you get like a nice martini glasses, larger glasses, and there's buckets. Now, we had 2 rooms where we were staying with 2 ice buckets. We had Everclear at one point. And then the drinking contest commenced. Now, when I say Irish, I mean Irish. There was a bucket filled with Everclear, then there wasn't a bucket filled with Everclear. And he stared down my friend, who, not wanting to be shown up, tried to get rid of his bucket of Everclear. Oh, the pain. Because now we have someone who knows they have been beaten, and a large man who knows that they have won. Now we have a large, angry, Irish, cocky person hanging out with us who has decided at this point that I am not showing him the proper respect. And Swan being the friend he is, ventriloquism. Now they were drunk enough that his ventriloquism was this. Hey, John! I can kick your ass! And then pointed at me. It worked. And I'm telling this story so Swan remembers it because he felt terrible the next morning. I'm not a small man by any regards. At all. I love that took you a second. There's that clock working. Oh, yeah, John. And John, a large, cocky, drunken Irishman, physically picked me up into the air and threw me down a hallway into a large glass mural painting where I slammed into the ground, still laughing. And this painting, who is now a close personal friend of mine, we've bonded, decided that it liked me so much that it fell off the wall on top of my now shattered corpse. Well, there's a problem right here because at this point, the last of our friends arrived. We're not going to lock the door, so they walk in to a painting on top of me in a hallway, Swan laughing his ass off, and John looking at me with what could only be described as slight concern, but a lot of amusement. And they asked, who's going to pay for this? To which my mate, the person who has claimed that he loves me, drunkenly stumbled into the hallway and yelled, "It's okay! I'm an artist!" My friends are helpful. For all of you out there, someone's going to talk about the story later. Ask them. I'm not fucking lying. Because my friends hate me. It's understandable. I'm not a good person. I do stupid things, mainly to myself. Uncle Kage has a rule. 6 hours of sleep a night, 2 full meals, 1 shower. 1 shower is never a problem. Everything else I'm a little sketchy on. Sleep? Who needs... I need sleep. So I found it. That counts as 1 hour as far as I'm concerned. Do not do this. It's a bad idea. There's 2 sections of audience here. I see 3.5. It would be 4, but I had an hour of sleep an hour ago, so we're good. And one time, after doing something stupid for many hours, I decided to drive home. Now, I had my large Irish friend with me in the car. Decided it's okay to drive. I'm fine. What could possibly go wrong? A shooting star. Nope. I get into my car. What could possibly go wrong? And I start to drive down Route 88. The sun hasn't come up yet. I'm going fairly fast and there's a school bus ahead of me at 3 in the morning.